Yeah, what's happening, Metten? Staying out of trouble? Mm. Yeah, that's always good to hear, mate. Alright, I'll kick this off in earnest in a minute. I don't know, I was of two minds doing a stream tonight. It hasn't exactly been the fucking one of my better days today, but anyway, hopefully we can sort of salvage it tonight. Hopefully I haven't fucked anything up. Alright, now, first things first, I need to get my shit list up. And actually, you know what? I've been thinking about this for a while. Now, hopefully there's not too many discrepancies between this and the remake. I'm guessing almost everyone opts for the remake. You really hate what? Man, I've heard a lot of World Cups in my time, man, but nothing like that. What's that about? You're probably gonna have to explain that one to me. To the rest of us at the back of the class still not paying attention. Alright, so... I think most of this first chapter is going to be pretty much bang on. Now, just like the Majora's Mask run through, this has been a long time between drinks as well. Alright, now we get our first. We're bashed over the head with a brick with our prologue. That's Soccer playing World Cup. Oh, well, there you go then. Soccer didn't really take in Australia. Oh, it's got its fans down here and all of that, but it's not really a thing down here. Yeah, well, wasn't it like born in Europe? That's what I always thought, at least. Alright, now, I need to get this, well, we got the speech bubble here. I don't think Navi is really all that bad. I don't know why people don't like it. Oh, the sound bites are annoying. Her little notifications. I don't think they're the worst thing in the world. I think those sirens on that GTA mission last night were more fucking annoying, but that's just me. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I know you are. I mean, the game. Like, wasn't that as well? See, because I remember people saying during the prologue of Majora's Mask, when Link is missing a dear friend and he's trying to find them, most people seem to think is Navi, which is probably true. However, I've seen some people die on the fucking hill that he's actually looking for Soraya. Well, he knows where she is, because if she's a Kokiri, she can't leave the forest. And in the future, she's a sage, so she's in the Sacred Realm. Like, he knows where she is. Like, why would he be looking for her? But hey, who am I to tell the kids that Santa Claus isn't real? I think as far as Zelda games go with massive dialogue dumps, I think Ocarina probably takes the cake. Majora had a few of them, but not too many. Well, everyone is the center of their own universe in a way, right? Yeah, where did you come up with that party line? Saw it on a fucking... It's tattooed on that stripper's ass over there. Yeah, I don't believe he's looking for Soraya at the start of Majora's Mask. I know a lot of people think that, but it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah, you don't actually have to talk to her. I just thought, for the people that don't know who the fuck Soraya is, or what I'm mumbling about with Majora's Mask, I might as well talk to her for a little bit. Alright. So, we're gonna need a bit of pocket money. Fucking story of our lives. Just like in real life, eh, Metin? Money isn't everything, it is to this asshole. Now, I think there's another fiver up here somewhere. Yeah, come on, give me some of that dosh. Now, I can't remember, is it 30 or 40? I think it might be 40. Alright, so this is our first home invasion. And I think there's only hearts in these. Though I don't think there's a way to get hurt in this. Oh yeah, there are those whatsies. I always thought there was something else if you jumped off this. Alright, apparently not. Let's be friends. Man, yesterday, I wasn't in stream, I was talking to this girl, let's be friends. Oh, what, she cut your balls off like that, did she? Yeah, it wasn't quite right not having you there last night, mate. I was like, God, man, I hope he's not dead or anything. So it didn't quite work out. No, it's not what I thought. I just thought having a GTA stream kicking off on the back of a previous one, and then no Metin rocking up. I'm just like, oh god, alright, so something must really be going on. Alright, so you were out, as my grandfather would say, so you were out sheeing, were ya? And it didn't work out. Mission failed, mate. We'll get him next time. Nice cutlery, Link. I never realised this before, but the gem's only on one side. Could we possibly have had it on both? No, that would cost extra. I wonder if the model actually has it. No, it looks like it's only on the outside. Alright, so we're off to the races. We're armed and dangerous right now. You know, it's like the people that give you that bullshit answer, Metin. You know, the worst thing she could say is no. Nah, she can be a little bit more creative with her words and her reaction. No is getting off easy. It's not the worst by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, you know what you should have said back, Metin, going like, I don't want to fucking marry you, for God's sake. Alright. Alright, get out of my way, punt stick. See, this is why I love my nephews, because, I mean, they learned so many fucking bad habits from me. Like, I was sitting down playing Pal World with one of them the other weekend, and then all I could just hear was just this scream from across the house. Ya punt stick! Yeah, but I mean, like, what? You asked her out once, and then she drops this thing on you, cheating, hurting, all this sort of stuff, man. It's just going out the once. Like, you make it sound like we're about to elope or something. Hey, zombie, how's it all going? Metin, you're not about to give me one of those, she's not like the others, she's not like the rest. Everyone's like the rest, that's why they're the rest. This guy does more talking with his mouth shut than when it's open. Oh, very tired of yourself. Story of all of our lives, isn't it? At the moment. There's just 24 hours, there's just not enough fucking time in the day. Oh, look, mate, as soon as I was out of the VC, man, I was in the gym. Fucking just going for a massive run. Today has not been one of my better days. Which is why I just sort of ass-pulled Ocarina of Time out of the hat. I need another collectathon to get through. I think this is a dungeon map. Now, I believe as far as the 100% goes, there's only 3 gold sculptures in here that we can get. Apart from that, we can just blow straight through this first one. Yeah. It's interesting that the chapter makes a mention of the golden goddesses are introduced at the end of the first dungeon. I don't believe that they were mentioned at all in Majora's Mask. You'd think I'd be able to answer that question after just completely finishing that, but I don't believe that they were ever mentioned or even came close to being implied that they exist as far as Terminator is concerned. See this thing here? This thing here looks just how I feel. Yeah, we'll have to sit down and have a bit of a chin wag one day, Metin. It's fucking mind-boggling that it hasn't actually happened yet. I don't like jumping on that thing. Because you can only use it once, and I like using it on the way out. So let's get our slingshot. It isn't a party, Metin, unless you do something you're not comfortable with. Someone told me that once, when I finally hit that all grown up age. It solved a lot of my problems and was simultaneously the cause of a lot of them as well. Alright, now we got some toys to play with. I'm missing something. No, I'm not. I'm a fucking genius. I haven't missed anything yet. I don't make mistakes. You should have seen my driving last night, man. Yeah, you can often cheat that last one depending on where you're standing. No, mate, the only thing that does bother me is finding the time to do it. Look at this fucking thing over here. Okay, so this is our first one. Which still to this day I believe is the only enemy that can knock off a solid heart. A complete heart. Like, I don't even think Ganondorf can knock off a full one, can he? Well, we've been talking to each other for about a year, isn't it? Or are we still in the dating phase? Oh, fuck, I don't know if it's been a year to the day, but it'd be getting up there. Like, how long ago was it that I did? Because the OG Resident Evil 2 was the first thing I ever streamed. And that has to at least be a year ago. I think you got on around Resident Evil 3, and that was the very next game. Fucking bullseye. Yeah, well, Resident Evil 3, the OG Resident Evil 3, that was the very next thing that I streamed. That was the second game, so... And you were there for that. Did you stock up on chalky milk? I did. I didn't forget, except I'm not drinking it tonight. I opted for tea instead. Very... Don't know what it was, man. It's like in the cartoon when you get the little angel and you get the little devil appearing on your shoulders. Now, I'm not too sure which one is the actual right one, but it was a tug-of-war between those two, and whichever side wanted the cup of tea won. Hang on, I better kill that fucking spider real quick. You know, whenever Link gets submerged in water, that cough that he lets out, just that... Like, I feel that for real, you know, like when you're at the beach, and then you just get throat fucked by salt water. Like, I mean, like, I feel that every time I hear that sound effect, you know. 23 is number 1. Yeah, remember the Jim Carrey movie, the number 23? This woman that I work with was telling me when her son first went and saw it at the theatre back in 2007. She was like, and they were so taken away by it. He took his girlfriend to go and see it, and then when they got out, they realised the movie was right. This number is everywhere. Well, it's nice to know that your boy's a dumbass, because the movie also makes a point of you're looking for the number everywhere. That's why you're finding it everywhere. There's, Danny Huston's character, I think, has a line of dialogue that flat out fucking explains that. Oh my god. Hang on, how many is that? That's all 3 of them, right? Yep, alright, let's just... Again, this through. We might even be able to knock out the Dongo's Cavern tonight as well. These fucking things. Huh, I always thought you could shoot them. Oh well, just good old stabbing it is then, I guess. It's an island, Metin. You don't bring it here, you won't find it here. 47% tax, mate. That's how Australia is. I'm guessing the mini gommers is this dungeon's idea of a mini boss. But this is the first dungeon we're going to have to revisit because there's a bombable wall there and we don't have bombs just yet. I'm really not too sure actually what the secret is there. Shit. You bastard. Alright, now, I can't remember the method to this, but you can see her up on the ceiling right there. There's a way to do this in one strike. And apparently it's got... This is version 1.0 of the game, because I don't know, apparently it's fucking awesome. It's got something to do with the free shield stab. I don't know. We'll give it a try and see if it actually fucking works. Well, obviously that's a crock of shit. So, business as usual. Yeah, come down here, Metin. We can always use more fucking taxpayers. You just get in there, you log in, you sit down, and you grind it out for 9 hours. We need that 47% tax, mate. like, doesn't he say, like, do you want to hear my dying wishes? And it gives you the option to say no. Alright, I'm bunging that on a little bit. I'll try to be serious now. Yeah, I don't think I'm thinking, like... I know Nehru, Din and Faror, they're definitely not even in there by name in Majora's Mask, I know that. The only thing I can think of is, when you go to the top of Stone Tower Temple, before you go into it, the blocks you use to get to the top, they've got that weird sculpture of that creepy fucking thing with its tongue hanging out. On the tip of the tongue, when the temple gets flipped over, on the tip of the tongue there's a Triforce there. I think that's about as close as you get to them being mentioned, as far as Majora's Mask goes. I don't know though, did they ever give a reason why they did this? Yeah, there's a Triforce on those creepy statues. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. There's a Triforce on those very creepy fucking statues in Stone Tower Temple. I think that's as close as you get to it. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. You just want to fuck me around, don't you? Yeah, I love how Link's just sitting there, you know, like, yeah, alright. Yeah, just give me the stone. Then we'll go. Give yours how did you? What are you talking about, Madeline? I remember bits of that from the stream. What's your question exactly? See, that wasn't, just when the Deku Tree made a mention of the Princess of Destiny, right? It reminded me, because I was tossing up between this and doing A Link to the Past. I probably should have done A Link to the Past, but anyway, we're off to the races now. First dungeon's done. Deku Tree's dying. And that is what, I think Link's uncle, when he's dying, he says to Link, Zelda is your ... then dies. Was he going to say Zelda is your sister? I think the actual quote, because I think he actually does get it out in the Japanese one, or I might be misremembering that, but the actual quote is way fucking cooler, and that is, Zelda is your destiny. Alright, and then we get this fucking... The farewell with Soraya. Which again, I don't really get, like, I mean... Like at first glance, alright, yes, you're basically, your childhood's over now, you know, oh, you're leaving. Yeah. Like, I get that, like, the life as you knew it no longer exists. But when I see people in comment sections talking about this particular moment, some of the reactions to it, like, Soraya is symbolic of childhood and we're leaving that behind now and all of that. I mean, initially, yes, that's very much what's going on. It's just that it's not really how it ends, though, because she's a sage and she can leave the forest as well. So it kind of falls apart by the end of it. Like, this whole thing gets diminished the more the game goes on. Oh, but maybe I'm just the fucking Grinch that stole Christmas, who knows. And I would have got away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dumb dog. Alrighty. And look at that, that's fucking first chapter, knocked out. Piece of piss. Alright, straight to Castletown. Just making sure there's not any other bits and bobs. And this fucking thing... it shows up all the time. Yeah, K-Bora, Gay-Bora. Which I believe the owl only had, what, 2 appearances, I think. There's a pea hat. Definitely fucking fuck up with this. Fuck me, Link! Matt, when did all this Matrix shit start happening with you? What's going on? You haven't joined anything, have you? You're not in any trouble. Assholes could drop rupees from time to time, you know? Yeah, I knew that there was a bigger one. If you killed enough of them... Alright. Yeah, I did kind of know that those things were there. I remember accidentally stumbling across this. The 40 rupees on top of the drawbridge. There's no point doing Long Ranch just yet, because Talon and Malon aren't there. Yeah, how's that? Fucking bullseye. Now, I know about the discount you can get in Kakariko Village, but fuck that. We'll just do this now. Okay, hang on. Before we go and help out the old boy, there's something I want to check out. I always thought that this particular sculpture was only in the 3DS version, but apparently it's not. It's here as well. Well, there you go then. There it is. So that's 4. Yeah, that's the road sign. I think Long Range is visible through one of these. Well, I'm not a fucking Hyrulean geologist, but I'll give it a shot. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, there it is. Actually, I don't think you can do the gallery, can ya? Fuck, you can. Alright. Why not? Bit of fun. Got it. Fuck! Oh no, I got it. All skill. Man, hey, give me something harder next time. Hmm. Alright. Let's move on. The Happy Mask shop is there, but I don't think you can do anything with it just yet. I think you need to meet Zelda first before anything happens with it. I think. The princess is inside of the castle just ahead. Fucking dazzling deduction. Right, so this is our 5th. Yeah, I don't do this shit. Like, I think I did a bit of a rant about this with the Majora's Mask playthrough. I see a lot of people keep saying Skulltula, and I honestly always thought you said Skulltula, as in like a tarantula. I don't know, there's every chance that I'm the illiterate fuck, but I don't know, I guess I always thought the pun was to sound like a tarantula. I always thought that. Now, I believe you need to get kicked out of here at least once. Alright. Well, the day-night feature is sort of the thing that separates it from Super Mario 64, right? Like, I gotta be honest, Mario 64 never really did anything for me. I always thought it was a bit lackluster. But yeah, this was much more impressive. I don't think there's any arguing the toss there. So this is our first sort of silly buggers quest, where you need to purposely fail it. I don't know if she's... well, there's no other way back to the start of this area without getting caught, so... it's designed, you need to... But I think Malin will only be there if you manage to get around them all and speak to the sleeping Talon first. It always helps if you can talk to him at night and get the egg off her at night, because it'll hatch the very next morning. Alright, let's give this chicken a whirl. Yeah, she sounds high maintenance, mate. Alright. I find it interesting that he's the guy delivering milk to the castle, right, in this game, and then in Termina, he's the bartender at the milk bar in Termina, and his main dilemma is that no milk can be delivered to him. Alright, so this is basically a Home Alone simulator. These guys take themselves pretty seriously, eh? Hang on. This bastard in the middle here, he's had his Ovaltine this morning. It's just that this guy has like a stress buster mini break every time he walks around. And one of them does a similar thing. Well, wait a minute, there's meant to be two of these guys. Where's the other one? Shit, there he is. Alright, now before we speak to her, because we're only here the once, what window is it again? Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. The Mario portraits through the window. So with Bowser, Mario, Peach, Yoshi. I could have sworn Luigi was in there somewhere as well. There he is. Yeah, so who says the younger brother doesn't get a fair shake from time to time? I don't think there's anything in this one, just a vase. Alright. And there's the model of Vissen that I was talking about through Majora's Mask. It actually does exist in Ocarina of Time, and it's only ever here. I don't think you ever see that soldier model again. That green and shiny stone. What's it to ya? What's it to me? Just by the look of it, I'd say about 170 bucks. Yeah, there they are. One of those stooges in the background over either of us shoulders Could very well fucking be this, and you know what? That's my new fan theory. Mhm. Yeah, look at him. One of those guys is Vicent. Fucking changed my mind. Like, they're not even breathing. Like... Yeah, well, your father is a king, right? And, you know, he sort of has to keep Hyrule afloat. He doesn't have time to indulge in this girlish fantasy. I don't believe you. I was always of the mind that Impa, she saw Link was sneaking in and just let him get in anyway. I mean, she's a fucking ninja, after all. Like, of course she knew he was there. Actually, there's quite a lot of fucking around to do, isn't there? Yeah, alright. If there's one complaint I've got with Ocarina of Time, is that Emperor's not in the game enough, because I think she looks really cool. So, with the exception of Impa and the Running Man, I don't think any other character goes out into Hyrule Field. Yeah, and I don't believe Mudo even has that name. Like, I love these stooge guards. Are you out of the doghouse yet? I'm just poking fun, Matt, and that was a joke. At least you're back on speaking terms, man. Like, fucking... Man, when I'm on the shit list, mate, it's for life. There's a reason why everyone says fuck Ko for life, mate. At least you're back on speaking terms. See this guard here, man? Like, I give him another 18 months before he's a washed out, weeping alcoholic. Like, he was just sighing and groaning and all this shit. I mean, like, you kind of, like, when he's going on about, like, the Happy Mars shop and equipping a new... Man, is the house special a bullshit sob story, is it? Looks like my neighbour. Yeah, I love these guards, man. The amount of enthusiasm they've got. It's just fucking brilliant. I usually leave getting the Sun Song for last, but these blokes seem to reckon it's a good idea to knock it out quick, so we'll do that. At least that way, if it's nighttime and we get locked out, we can just make it daytime again. I could never give you the silent treatment. I wish everyone thought that way. I mean, what problem has been solved with a lack of communication, right? See, that's the thing I've almost always found ironic about breakups, is that usually when you're calling it quits and you start... Oh, that's right, that bastard kid. Is usually when you're about ready to call it quits, right, is when you start facing a few home truths, and given what you just learned about each other, it seems a bit silly not to give it more of a go. But oh well, when you know what you want, you know what you want. See, places like this always just freak me out a little bit in Zelda games, because like it gives you the impression that, because like you got to remember, Ganondorf hasn't even risen to power yet, and like, you know, you've got these fucking areas full of zombies and undead and all this other shit that's going on. Hyrule was just not a happy place even before Ganon, you know? Best timing. Yeah, you know what popped into my head then, Zombie, was that, you remember that moment in The Lion King when Scar swallows Zazu and then the beak pops out of his mouth? Impeccable timing, Your Majesty. I always thought the Sun Song did something to the Redeads if you played it near them. Fuck, I forget. Oh, I'm sorry, did we wake you up? No, actually, it was the smell of cheap cologne and whiskey that woke me up. Just the fucking... Oh, that bloke thought he was the shit. I love how the kid who loves Dompy, right, is like, don't disturb the graves, I'll tell Dompy. But Dompy is on night shift, Dompy's in the graveyard now, move the headstone, and he could not give a fuck. You know? Hang on, let me just see. Something is supposed to happen. It stuns them, doesn't it? Or... Yeah, that's what happens. Fucking give him a bit of what for? Get off me. Yeah, so it does that. Where's this fucking heart piece I'm hearing so much about? Alright, let's try this dance again. Yeah, you know, it's funny, like, I'll have people ask me, what do I think about the Lion Guard and all of that? I'm like, well, as a 33-year-old guy, I don't really give that much of a fuck about a cartoon series about something that was, you know, when I was 1. But yeah, didn't they like give Nala and Simba another kid or something? And like there's cheetahs and tigers and all this other sort of stuff in there? Okay, now, unfortunately, we do have to fuck around with Dompy. Oh, we could always save that. Yeah, man, like, I don't really keep up with this sort of shit. It's like the people that rant and rave that Star Wars sucks now and, like, all this sort of shit. I'm like, well, I don't really give that much of a fuck about Star Wars anymore, guys. I didn't, like, its contribution to my life is well and truly over. See this bloke here? He looks just how I feel sometimes, you know? Just overworked, underpaid, fucking... Why get out of bed in the morning? All that good shit. What's a gravekeeper? Uh, well, there's grave dig. What's a gravekeeper? Number two, I actually enjoyed Lion King too. Yeah, I enjoyed Simba's Pride too. And actually, I think it's better than the first one. To be honest, I think Zira is pure fucking nightmare fuel compared to Scar. Like, she fucking totally blows him out of the water as a villain. I don't think any series would really benefit from me being in there because like because I would never take anything serious. You know, like put me in the 2004 Hellboy and when I see tentacles in the sky, the fucking Ogdru Jahad, I'll just get drunk and be like, "Oh, well, what are you going to do?" Like I'd be like the worst influence on the heroes, you know? You know, like I mean, even if that character Liz is as hot as Selma Blair, you know, and she turns around and asks me, "Don't I know the basics of the law about what's going on?" And then giant fucking tentacles in the sky. Like, what are they? Like the seven, eight gods of chaos or whatever. Look at these fucking things, sweetheart. It ain't basic. Fucking, you know. No, nothing here in Red Riding. Yeah, well, that's fucking sort of how it goes. Yeah, that's more like it. Give me something, you old bastard. Agree too. So, and not to mention the other thing that I really like about Two Zombie is that I like the Simba and Nala rescue of the teenage Kiara with the dam breaking down. Because I just love shit with water, you know, like any action sequence with like ocean or anything like that in it, I'm gonna fucking love it. So I always like the idea of Simba trying to save Kiara with Nala when the dam breaks down. And not to mention, Kiara had a shot of saving Zira, and she fucking rejected it. She wanted to go down with the ship. There's the heart piece. Beautiful. Okay, now we gotta do the cuckoo lady. I mean, not the crazy bitch. I mean, fucking the lady that's allergic to the chickens. You know, like I didn't say fuck, I said fluck. You know, like the birds, fluck, fluck, fluck. Oh, don't get me wrong, the Stampede in the first movie is awesome, and To Die For is a really great song and all that good stuff. I just like the dam in the second movie better. The dam was so much cooler, I thought. And what I believe that's Nev Campbell is the voice of the older Kiara. I mean, like what's not to fucking, you know, like Simba's Pride was really good. Alright, so her chickens are out. She's fucked the village. And that's all good. Calm down. I believe there's one hiding. Now, I don't know how she managed this. I tell you, how are these guys so rotund when they spend the entire day running around like blue-ass flies, man? Yeah, alright, hang on. What do you got for me? Adventure Time. Something like that, and we don't care. Well, I mean, like, that's pretty much how we are now, right? I mean, we'll get a 5-season deal fucking for sure, mate, the way we are. I mean, 5 is the magic number for a lot of these shows. If you don't believe me, just look at shit like Supernatural and all of that. Like, that thing was fucking lost in the woods for like a decade. But, you know, almost everyone will say the first 5 was great. 5 is the magic number. You don't want to be around for longer than 5 years. Like, you know, but I'm like that with a lot of things. Like, I think part 2 is... There's a lot of part 2s that I enjoy better than their originals, you know? Like, I like Return of Jafar better than Aladdin, you know? Fucking... it's just always been this weird sort of thing with me. I don't know, there's just been something about the sequels that just wasn't quite there in the originals. And almost everyone will fucking bring up, oh, but the animation quality takes a hit. Well, no fucking shit, because the sequels have got like a third of the budget. You know, like, fucking, it's not the gotcha moment that all these dipshits keep arguing that it is. Just trying to remember where these other ones are. I think there's only 3 left, but we need one to get this guy off the balcony here. Alright, there should be one more. And I know exactly where that fucker is. Dude, how sick does the remake look? Graveheart. Yeah, so what? Was there actual truth to that? This is getting a third lease on life. Last I heard that was just a sort of thing kicking around, so that's actually happening. You know what I love the most? You help her round up like 7 chickens, and what do you get for your troubles? A bottle. And not just any bottle. An empty bottle. Fucking nothing in it. Like, not even like half a milk? Nothing? Alright, fair enough. You got an empty bottle. Alright. Go watch the trailer. Yeah, well, I'll have to after this. Last I heard, it was just this sort of thing kicking around. I didn't even know there was one coming. Nah, that's great. Alright. So there's a couple of things we gotta do real quick. If I remember correctly, you can get bugs from here, can't you? Yeah, so it's like a complete, ground-up, flat-out remake in every sense of the word. No, well that's awesome. Like, hey man, I'm glad people are getting excited for it. It's a great fit for every occasion. And what, it's been almost 30 years since the original game. Like, we're closing in on almost, what, 20 years since the 3DS version, you know? So it's probably about time to give it another one. Okay, now was that 6? What do you think? 6? 6? Yeah, 6 is good. Alright. So let's round up the last of these idiots and get that adult wallet. Yeah, I'll tell you, this bloke, isn't he a bit on the glum side? Again, this is another character that looks how I feel. You know? Like, looks like a pamphlet for famine relief. But when you step back, yeah, just, why even bother, man? You know, God, it's... some of these NPCs in these Zelda games, man, they make you feel like a shit sandwich. Technically, the 3DS wasn't a remake. Yeah, I know, it's more of a remaster, but, like, yeah, I totally go in for that. My only issue with that is, I mean, it is a complete overhaul, right? Like, it's totally gutted. The only thing it really keeps from this game is pretty much just the layout of everything. And even then, there's some tweaks in that. I find it interesting, though, that Ocarina of Time is getting that, because I remember back in the early 2010s, there was just such a massive push for Majora's Mask to get a complete remake. Like, there was that fake Wii U trailer that was blowing around. A lot of people really want it. Well, man, hey, and after this Ocarina one, that might very well even happen. that should be all of them. Yep, alright, now let's get this wallet upgrade. Where's the one we saved? Oh, there. Alrighty, so that's it as far as Kakariko goes. Now we need to head over to Lon Lon Ranch. Yeah, well that's true as well, I suppose. Yeah, like if you're gonna do it, do them in order, because that's pretty much all. That, like, I mean, like ever since the 2000, you know, like Majora's Mask it's always been that sort of it's basically Ocarina of Time remix, is what it is. And before people get out of their pram with, oh, but you know, it's not set in Hyrule, it's set in Termina, and all of the characters are different. Yeah, but they all look the same. Like, you get what I mean. It's a remix, is really what it is. I don't think anyone's complaining about that, though. In fact, I think that's part of the reason why people love Majora's Mask so much, is because it is that. It was just more of the same. So I think you're very well right there. Graveheart, I reckon the exact same thing's gonna happen this time around. It'd be cool if it did. This is one thing I hope they do fix in the remake. This horse ranch only having the one entrance. Because it would be nice to walk through this paddock and then keep going straight to the windmill, but no, we got to come up, learn the song, then bow out, then run around. To the guys who speedrun this game, man, all I can say is my two favourite words: fuck that. I mean, like, it's impressive that they've got that sort of tolerance to be able to do that, but nah, man. Like, I'll do my 100% run and then I'll put it on ice for another year. Ocarina of Time was my first video game, so I lost my mind when it happened. Awesome, man. I think a lot of people did when not so much it being their first game, but I think everyone playing it for the first time. I don't think there's too many games that get flat out remakes 30 years after the fact. Before I hear any of this nonsense, why don't they have like another gate here that you can come out of instead of coming out and running around? Oh, well then how would they round up the horses? Well, look at this, like they've got one running around in circles, right? Like they clearly don't care where they are. Well, I mean, the takeaway is the song gets the cows to make milk for empty bottles. The reading between the lines, big impact moment of that is, well, Epona's song makes cows talk. I'm trying to think, what character models were in Majora's Mask that were original? What, Cafe was one, Maya Dutour, Madame Aroma, I believe. Who else was an original? Skull Kid was reused. They're the only three I can think of. Sakong was reused. Honey and Darling were reused. Oh, I'm sure there's more original characters that were made up. The Postman was reused. Oh, the two dancers, what, the Kamaro sisters or whatever, they were originals as well, those two. Kamaro himself. I'm hoping the combat is improved. Like, imagine using the hookshot to rip of armor disarm enemies. I think that would make the combat so much more engaging. Yeah, I'm hoping that a lot of that gets added into the horseback controls, because one of the things that made me nuts about Twilight Princess, like in a good way, was the fact that pretty much all the weapons you could use on horseback, like even the bombs, you could just throw off the side. So I really like, it'd be cool if they incorporated a lot of that into Ocarina of Time in the remake. And I also like that moment in Skyward Sword. I mean, Skyward Sword's by no means my favourite game. I don't think I've ever even finished it. I just love the fact that you take one of the bombs and use it as a bowling ball and just roll them at enemies. Like, that's really cool as well. I hope they keep a lot of that. More on the table is always better. Yeah, you know, and shout out to Dust Paranormal. Go and check him out. Alright, I usually try to talk to this geezer on a certain angle so I can see where these chickens land. So we'll get our second bottle now. They'll all spill out and go everywhere, and that's what she said. You'll see what I mean. We gotta round up these three. Like, this guy fell asleep at the castle delivering milk, and then you come back and you find him, and you wake him up again. He's asleep on his own dime now. And the first thing he wants to do is play this game. Yeah, thought so. That's how that's done. I only need one round golden gun. Would you like to marry Malin? Look, man, I'm a hard dog to keep on the porch. Look, it's not her, it's me. No, I take that back. It's not me. It is her. Alrighty. Hang on, I'm forgetting something. I got it, didn't I? Alright, well apparently not. Yeah. I didn't think you could get many of the Skulltulas here until you got the boomerang. How many's that? Did I get the other one? That's 12. Is that 12? No, there's one more. Yeah, alright. Shooting like OK Corral. Well, I mean, come on, man. It can't be any worse than my driving in GTA, right? See, because I know about... Oh, no. Yeah, because there's one up on the side of the house that you can't get. until you get the boomerang. And I think there's one over on the windmill as well that you can't get to either. Hang on, it's not a windmill, is it? Is it? No, it's just some... whatever that is. It's not like we're hunting down those oysters from San Andreas again. Okay, so now we're going to take a bit of a detour. We got to go to Gerudo Valley. I always thought Gerudo sounded better, but... what would Soraya think? Yeah, we'll be going there. Yeah, we can't really do much about him until a little bit later. He's on the shit list, don't worry. He's scheduled in. Hang on, wait a minute. Am I remembering that right? Yeah, no, it's this way. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I understand how to... It's like John Hammond in Jurassic Park. I know how to... I understand how to read a schematic. No, wait a minute. There should have been a left turn back there somewhere. Oh... You usually... yeah, we're going to be running into this clown a lot more than what we need to because, man, these 100% runs. I mean, with all the detours, you're actually quite surprised how many character interactions there are that you do miss on a regular playthrough. I don't think there's any here that we need to get, but... I mean, normally I don't step foot into Gerudo Valley until, like, what, well after the Shadow Temple. Okay. Hold on a second. Yeah, alright. No, that's all good. I just didn't think there was a way of getting this one. How can you get that one without the boomerang? Unless I'm forgetting something? Like, I know there's a chicken in the area, but can it help you get that one? I didn't think it could. Alright, well, let's find out. Like, one of my favourite sayings, man. Like, all stupid things I've done in life, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Can you actually get that? No, I don't think you can. No, no, it's got it listed there. We can get one of these things, just not that one. Which is fine, that's cool. That's all good. Now, where's this? Is that the ledge that it's on? Or is it further up? No, I think it's that one. Okay, hang on a minute. Before we leap to certain death, there's something we need. We're missing an ingredient. No, San Andreas was a good time. I'll tell you what, it's really awesome to say that I've finished it now 100%. I mean, it's always been something that I've regularly gone through from time to time, but never really committed myself to doing more than just the bare minimum, going through the story and all of that. So to have actually done that completely is really cool. Now, thank God. Yeah, the sculpture that we can get is hiding in that soil down there. This one's going to be a bit of a wait though, that token. Since I'm not quite trusting of just how far that goes, I want to get the heart piece first, then get the other sculpture. And then I think this will take us out to Lake Hylia. Oh, come here, you little shit! Oh. Fuck. Yeah, we are so not doing that again. Yeah, because when you pick up the heart container, when you get the description, even though you've seen it about 1,000,000 times, the events in the world are still happening in real time around you, which means the chicken, it'll stop being stunned and start moving around, so... But for some reason, Link just didn't pick it back up. Yeah, attaboy. Let's try this dance again. And then I think that's it. We don't need the chicken anymore. Is there anything in this? Oh. Nothing to write home about. Alright, let's get this other sculpture. It should come out during the day. Alright, now how many is that? 14. Beautiful. Okay, so this is another silly bugger mission, because we have to do that at least twice as well. Because there is another heart piece there that we need to get. Which is why I'm starting to think it's weird that they sent us to Gerudo Valley as early as they did in this walkthrough. I don't know if there's a method to this madness, because one of those things you can't get, and a lot of these other ones would be a lot easier if you had tools later in the game. So I'm just finding it a bit weird that they went that way. But man, didn't you just say you just finished Resident Evil 3, the OG one? I remember you were saying that you know, the Nemesis fight, what, in front of the clock tower, that was a bit of a ball terror. I tell you what, if you want something frustratingly fucking annoying to play, I mean... Oh, I didn't think they could spawn on these things! Oh. Story of my life tonight, I didn't think that they could, but there you go. Yeah, if you want something ball-crushingly frustrating, try that director's cut that I did. Like, that was crazy, that. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna show you something. And this is classic Zelda. It doesn't matter what you do. Do you want your cock cut off or shot off? And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. First things first, we need a bit of daylight. Right? Now, look over here, what do you see? You see that fucking owl getting ready to chew our ear off, right? There's a P-hat coming to attack us. Or three of them, because there's three shadows. It can't be three, right? No, it's three. Four, whatever. Now, turn around, what do you see here? A fucking owl getting ready to chew our ear off. Doesn't matter where you go, man. Doesn't matter what you do. Orders don't matter. Oh, well, technically, Ocarina of Time is not linear. You can do what it... No, you can't. You can't do whatever. Because it doesn't matter where you go, because he's simultaneously in two places at once. It doesn't matter what you do. I feel better now I got that off my chest. I was getting a bit heated. Alright, so there's one over here. And then that should be it, and then we should be going back to Soraya. Oof, not bad. Not bad. I wonder if there's a certain height that you jump off that will trigger Link to do the dive, or if he just is scripted to do that at certain points. He does that, and there's the owl again. I mean, you literally cannot fucking win. Well, the only other time he does that is what? Zora's Domain, I think. And there. I don't think there's any other time in the game where he does that. Alright, so we got another Skulltula we can get. Look man, reusable bugs. How many people knew that? You got a token proving you destroyed it. That should be 16. Wait a minute. Alright. The other one is a bit of a swim. And heart piece 6. is at the fishing pond. What is that? Martin, what's going on, man? Is your brain going on siesta? What's up with all this mucha lucha shit? Now that's 16. Look, I'm going out of my way to make sure that we nail a lot of these first go around, because I was missing that heart piece at the end of Majora's Mask. Now, I knew what one it was, but I had to go through all of the streams again to make sure. Which is why I'll probably end this stream tonight at the end of this chapter. And let's not forget that last fucking oyster. Alright. Catch a fish that is at least 10 pounds. And then we should be able to do it. Yeah, look, it doesn't have to be the biggest, hugest fucking thing. It just needs to be big enough. That's what she said. Well, it's about 6 pounds. Like, bullshit. It's the size of Link, for fuck's sake. It's got to be bigger than that. Come on, get a bit of this. Come on. Come on. You want to know what I think? You haven't got the balls. It said at least 10 pounds, right? That one's right on the dot, so that should do it. Alright, now I need to grab that Scarecrow song real quick. Does it matter which one of these guys you speak to? I don't think it does it? Yeah, alright, well, you've got a very weird name. What about you? Yeah, Pear. The actual fuck? Okay, hang on. Everyone relax for a second. Make up a song for him, must be 8 notes long. Okay, alright, so no, you do have to go and talk to this flog. Why? Because he never forgets a song, apparently. Well, let's find out. I'm gonna say, like, I don't know if my math is that shit, Metin. That was 8 notes, right? What the fuck? Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, alright, no, so it does actually work. Alright. Okay, I'm going to save that. Then just do a restart, because we got to go back to the Lost Woods real quick. Okay, and the reason why we're doing that is because it'll spawn us back into the house. Alright, so there should be... Well, Soraya's house is... Okay, if I'm reading that right, the sculpture is behind this thing. Now, let's do a quick head count. 17, beautiful. Yeah, we got 5 hearts. Oh, that's right, because we've already collected enough. I think we're actually pretty close to fulfilling another one, aren't we? Yeah, 2 more. Well, you can count. Good for you. Yeah, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. Could you have gotten that to begin with? Yeah, probably. Alright, now, there's another piece of heart down here. This one's pretty annoying. Is this Vietnam? Fuck me, man. You can just tell by looking at these red beady eyes of theirs that they're just waiting for you to get one wrong so they can go. The song of time. Alright, they're bringing their A game now. Bullshit! Thank God for that. I knew we weren't getting out of this tonight without one more encounter. Always go for the old trick. Jump slash the tail. Instant death. Very smart. That is the way to go. Yeah, he doesn't like that. Okay, so far so good. Alright, so let's grab that Soraya song. So here's what I don't understand. When she gave you the Fairy Ocarina and they talk about how it's like a memento of your friendship and all that kind of stuff, why didn't she teach you this song right then and there? Like, especially because it's got that communication ability where they can talk to each other all the time if they both play it. Like, wouldn't it... Like, why not teach it to Link then? Like, you know, I knew you'd come back. I mean, well, what if he didn't? But I suppose it's a good thing to get all of this out of the way. So obviously Dodongo's Cavern is not going to be happening tonight. So I want to start putting some nails in this coffin now. Alright, so... yeah. I think that's 2 in 2 minutes. This should be another heart piece, and that should be the 8th one, so we should have 6 hearts after this. And apparently that's the... Yep, that completed another heart, and that's the Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. I Okay, I'm guessing this is one of them. Shit! Yeah, alright. We get a Deku Stick upgrade soon. I think the capacity goes from 10 to 20. Which isn't going to be too bad in the grand scheme of things. Right, left, right, left, left. I'm not fucking seeing it here, Lloyd. Yeah, alright, well, whoever gave those directions. Alright, so it was right, left, left. That's what we did. No, we went straight because we're fucking stupid like that. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna step back and use these and see if that's the trick to it. Yeah, so don't stand on top of the soil when you use them. Alright, now it should be 19. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so to answer my question about the bullet bag, if we could have got the one from here after doing the dirt, yeah, we could have done it. All of these fancy upgrades, you can get them in any order. Yeah, but how much does he need? Alright, well, we don't really need to be hunting at night anymore. No, hang on. Don't do that just yet. Is this just not the day for rupees, is it? Okay, there should be some soil around here. Yep. So as early as the first area, there's hidden patch of dirt. Alright, so let's get us back up to 20, but we need to get that... Whoever wrote these fucking check marks down, my god. Because some of these we could have got before we even met Zelda, you know? Oh shit, sorry about that. Still, a win's a win. Fuck it, let's just see if that's enough. That's surely that's it. I don't want to spend any more time rupee farming if I don't have to. I can enable you to pick up more Deku sticks. 40 rupees. Yep, deal. Okay, so there's only 2 more items to pick up and then we can call it a night. So... there's one more heart piece. That won't make a full heart though, will it? I've only got... oh, I've got no active pieces. But we've got just about everything in order to start making our way up Death Mountain. We need to go back to Castle Town real quick. There's one remaining heart piece there that we have to get, but we can only get that one at night. And there's another prize to get at the Sculptular House, and it's the Stone of Agony. Because the 3DS didn't have a vibrate function, it gets rebranded to the Shard of Agony. And it was like an on-screen prompt, but it was basically a gimmicky little thing if you were near a secret grotto or something. The Rumble Pack would trigger, but totally... actually, to be honest, I wonder if it's going to work. No, it won't, will it? It would with just about any other controller, I think, if you were emulating with it, but no, it won't with the Switch 64 controller, because that didn't have any rumble feature. Well, we can only get this next heart piece at night, so I'm not overly fussed if we're not in by then. Yeah, it's not going to hurt to have a little bit of pocket money for tomorrow night. This is probably the most action this bloke here has seen in his whole career. So, yeah, I mean, like, if you're forced to just stand there in one spot all day, you deserve to see something cool, I reckon. Alright. Now, there's a woman that is missing a dog. And come nighttime, that's when the strays come out. Now, from memory, I believe it's this one. This white one over here in the corner. Now, I can't actually remember where she lives. Is it this one? No. Well, how about this one? There we go. Thank you. Beautiful. Now let's go and grab that Stone of Agony, and then we can call it a night. So that's the first 3 chapters, pretty much, of the 100% run. Hang on, are the prizes with the Sculpture House, are they every 10 that you get? I think when you have at least 10 of them, you can get the adult wallet. You get 10 more, you'll get the Stone of Agony. I think, what, at 30 you get something? Or is it 35? I always thought that they moved up in increments of 10. And when you get 100, it's limitless rupees. Oh, spoilers. Oh, so you know, it did work. Alright. And I just realized that there was one other thing we could have done. Can that entire quest be done though as Child Link? I don't know if it can. Oh, but you know what? We're getting to that point now where we can probably put this on. Yeah, so Dodongo's cabin is going to be the next stream. There's just one more thing I want to pick up before we call it a day, and this guy didn't make a mention of it, but it's something that you can do now, and I wonder why they didn't. Because the Happy Mask shop should be open now. Yeah, alright, well there he is. I definitely think this guy's the same as the one in Majora's Mask. What the hell? Are you gonna let me fucking do it or what? I remember where most of these go. I suppose with the amount of backtracking this early in the game, they don't want you doing this one, but it's just one more thing that we don't have to worry about later, so we might as well do it now. Well, that's the thing, Matt, is that life is just the succession of 5 minuses. I tell you, this guy is, yeah, he's really earning his paycheck here, isn't he? Nighttime, standing guard, fucking gate wide open. Yes. Alright, that's plenty for tonight. Not a bad effort. But so far so good. Yeah, like I was saying, today was just today had not been one of my better days. So it's nice to end it on a bit of a winner. I've been eyeing up doing another Zelda game for a while now. Like, has it even been 2 weeks? I had a lot of fun with the Majora's Mask one, and it was nice to sort of just mong out to this one and not have to worry about too much and have some decent laughs along the way, so that was really good. So all in all, I think we're ending, or at least I'm ending today on a winner, and I hope everyone else is too. Not too sure when the next stream will be. I'm hoping to get one out. I'm hoping to bang one out tomorrow we'll see how we go. But in the meantime, yeah, and also, Metin, it was nice having you this time. Man, don't make yourself too scarce now. I need you back. So we'll see where we go on the next one, yeah? And in the meantime, and as usual, stay out of trouble. I'll certainly try harder from now on. Take it easy, guys.